Hey y'all, we are back and we have another grant, sort of, because this one is a little different. I know I normally post a bunch of grants, but this opportunity is actually you can get a micro loan up to a larger loan, and then also you can get an investor in your business. And I think that sometimes grants are a little difficult to get, and we know that. And depending on where your finances are, it might be a little bit easier to go ahead and get the loan, and then you can invest in your business. But before we get started, if you've gotten anything or get anything of value from this video, like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And if you think anything is helpful on the channel and you would like to continue to support me being able to provide these free grant information, loan information, passive income now, sign up for the Patreon. The cost now is $10 because we're not having to go through the process of connecting the Discord. So I don't even need to show all of that. So again, it's more just like supporting the channel. And this particular investment opportunity, I posted in the grants, and the Patreon, y'all. 2 weeks ago. And so I'm definitely posting things in there more sooner than here. But with all of that, let's get started. This opportunity is, as I said, it's for loan access and then equity investment opportunities. I did not see a deadline. So it must be rolling opportunity. So you can apply whenever. Obviously, it's better to apply early because I've noticed sometimes they run out of money. There was one that it was $1 million grant. And once I posted the video and people started applying within less than a week, they took it down and essentially said that they had way too many applicants and the funds would have been depleted anyway. So apply as soon as possible. With this, you can get up to $20,000, which is a substantial amount of money. There was not any parameters about the investor. And when I say parameters, they didn't say what percentage of the company that you would be given to them, or if you're going to be paying back some type of interest. None of that is listed here. What I can say is they ask for a substantial amount of financials. They want this year's financials and then years let me make sure I say this right, 2019 through 2021. And I am going to bet on this, and I'm not a gambler, that you will have to provide some sort of business plan since they are offering loans as well as investment opportunities. I will say there are sample pitch decks as well as a sample business plan located inside of the Patreon. So again, go there. Also, don't forget to check out the small business grant playlist, because even if you decide that you don't want to take out a loan or you don't want an investor, there's several grants on that playlist that I've been compiling since I've got onto YouTube. So definitely go check those out. Also, now let me tell you what you get. So in addition to not just the finances, you will have an advisory network. And here are the things that they will assist you with: business strategy planning, financial reporting, if that's, a challenge for you and your company, daily operating challenges, whatever those are. They will evaluate your company, and then also they will personalize services that you reach out to them and say, I know that you all are offering these opportunities, but where my organization or company is today, these are the things that I would need assistance with. And then here are the questions. And then I didn't see an age requirements. A lot of stuff was not listed on this website. But what I would say is I would prepare to probably have like a really substantive interview with them after the fact. But first question, what services or products do you offer? So that's pretty basic. And then that also says that it's not limited to just individuals that have products. So if you have a service that you're providing, let them know what that is. What is your primary or targeted customer? We've talked about this several times about your target market, and your target market, you don't want to say my target market is everybody, because that can't be, right? It needs to be descriptive. It can be age, it could be financial status, it could be race, it could be location, it could be educational background. So all of these things you need to think about, like literally you are building your perfect customer. Now, of course, you can have customers that's outside of that group, but who are you targeting and who is more likely to purchase your services or your products? So definitely sit down and think about that. You have to be a minority or woman-owned business. However, that N needs to have 51%. So if you have a partner that is not considered a minority and that individual has 49%, you're still eligible to apply for this loan and or get an investor. So don't feel like you're X'd out because I'm not a minority, but you know, your business partner might be a minority. So that's something to think about. And then how much financing are you requesting? And they want you to request a range. Now, do not ask for a large range. Don't say $10,000 to $20,000 because what they're trying to see is like, how intimately involved are you with your business to understand what do you need financially to continue growing your business? There's four different reasons that you can be requesting this capital, because you're going to say what your range is. Then they're going to ask you, what do you plan to use the funds for? So is it going to be for working capital? So working capital is what do you have left after you've paid all of your liabilities for the organization or company? So let's say you don't have any working capital, or you have a small amount of working capital, which is preventing you from continuing to grow your business. So that's one that you can say that you're going to use the funds for. And with this is just a checkbox. However, I would say put it in that answer that you would utilize it for working capital because of X, Y, and Z. After my liabilities, we have this much left over. Capital expenditures. This is typically going to be tangible items or money that's spent to maintain fixed assets. So a fixed asset doesn't have to be, I got a building or I got land. It could be equipment. It could be your laptop. It could be printers. It could be those things as well. And then growth, right? It's just like, I want to get a second location, or I'm in a growth phase, which is one of the requirements of this grant as well. You need to be in a growth phase. And then if you want to refinance, let's say you got a super high interest loan attached to your business, or maybe you don't have a high interest rate, which I don't know why you refinance at that point if you don't, but that is one of the opportunities as well. However, what I will say is the organization is looking for companies that are in some type of growth phase. Okay. So what does a growth phase look like? A growth phase means that you have now increased your profits, you're breaking even, or with my early example, you just got way too many orders and you don't have enough printing process. So everything is just kind of like you are busting out of the seams with business coming in, and you do not have the capital to maintain the growth phase that your business is in. So that's all that they're asking. So I'm going to quickly share my screen, and you can look at what I am going to type in Google in order for you to get to the loan/investment opportunity. And again, if this is not for you, check out the small business grant playlist. But the name of this opportunity, it is from Spur Pathways in conjunction with Macy's. And then what Spur Pathway stands for, it is Shared Purpose Unlimited Reach. Okay. So what they're looking for, as we've already discussed, is underrepresented businesses that are in some type of growth phase. So here's the application, but I will want to highlight that if after you apply, you don't hear from them within 2 business days, they have left an email address for you to email them. So the supplier fund at Macy's.com, in order, reach out, maybe it went to your spam, something happened where you don't get something that says, hey, we got your application, send them an email. But then also, if you have questions, because like I said, there's a lot of unanswered pieces here that I've tried to find that's just not on this specific website. But again, you can send them an email. Full name of the business owner. So that's going to be who's applying for it. What is the name of your company? What products or services do you offer? Who are your primary or targeted customers? Your phone number, your email address, website or social media links, which we've discussed in the past. You should have some level of social media presence, whether it's an Instagram, a Facebook, your website, something where they can go and see what it is that you're doing, or your services, your product, community, all of that. They want to be able to get a feel for who's applying. City and state where you're headquartered at. Minority owned or women owned, like I said, at least 51%. So your business partner does not have to be a minority. And then your financials, which is critical for this one because you're asking for a loan. And then how much financing or investment capital you're seeking, specify a range. Remember, do not do a large range of $10,000 to $20,000. Please don't. Do something where it's like 10 to 12, 10 to 13, 5 to 10. And if you only need a small amount, which is $2,000 or $3,000, apply for what you actually need, because your financials and your answer, and then once they look at your business plan, if you make it to the next phase, they're going to see that, okay, this organization is not ready for $12,000 or $15,000. So definitely be intentional in your ask and make sure that your ask is aligned with the documentation that you're going to be submitting with your application. And then we talked about what you can check: working capital, capital expenditures, growth, refinance, etc. And then other or further details, please indicate any specific capital uses to help us determine the best fit. So that's where we got the equipment, inventory, marketing, staffing, leasehold improvements, etc. And then, do you currently do business with Macy's? That's either yes or no. That's definitely not a requirement of applying for this loan or investment opportunity. As I said earlier, they do have a diversity supplier program. However, this is not attached to that. This is for any individual that is offering a product or service. But as I've mentioned in other grant videos, always make sure that you are aligned with their mission, vision, values, but also make sure they're aligned with you. And then how did you hear about this program? My YouTube channel. And then you applied. And that's it. So if you got anything of value, beginning, middle, end, like, share, comment, subscribe. We got a couple more videos that's going to be coming out. And we have several passive income videos that I'm going to be discussing. I already have one on the channel about getting into the vending machine business, and I definitely think you should check it out. Even if you're not interested, maybe somebody else is interested. We have one coming up where we're going to be talking about how to get published on Amazon through ebooks, journals, becoming an author, whatever that looks like for you as far as publishing written work. So definitely tune into that. And that's all I got. So thank you for taking time to watch this video. I hope you enjoy the beautiful day that is outside wherever you're at, and I will see you next time.